got a question, got a relevant ass motherfucking question. Most people will not see it my way, but I don't give a fuck, okay? So a lot of motherfuckers saw me in the penitentiary. Craziest thing is the most undereducated people on fucking earth. They'll just sit there, refuse to look at themselves in the mirror. I'm just someone who can't lie. I'm like, no.
The Wes Watson, the king of Miami, the self-proclaimed alpha male that this generation needed.
How old are you?
I'm 40 years old.
You consider yourself a high-value man?
I don't give a fuck about that. I'm not even man. I ain't even human. I'm an alien, bro. I ain't even real. I don't even exist compared to these motherfuckers. I'm a figment of everybody's imagination. Nobody can even get to my level if they tried.
So how would you define a high-value man for guys out there who want to get to where you are?
Don't even try.
Wes Watson got his start with YouTube with hard-hitting penitentiary stories. And even though his character was brash and sometimes a bit unbelievable, this man had a way of storytelling that really, the YouTube algorithm and a bunch of young men loved. And even though these stories were hard to believe, with the testosterone running through most of us men's head, it still captured a ton of views. I mean, I'm talking about millions and millions of views, and these are just his initial stories. And for a couple of years, he was just that, an ex-con who motivated people and made stories. And honestly, a lot of people lost track of him, while in the background of the YouTube algorithm, this man's follower count slowly kept going up, his subscribers slowly kept going up, and then it happened. The explosion. The Instagram, the TikTok, the Mr. King of Miami, Mr. Shot Caller out of nowhere hopped up with their receipts. Before you know it, there were podcasts. Miami was filled with videos of him riding Bugatti, always flexing, and even popping up in some of the very major podcasts in Miami, Fresh and Fit, and Mike Rashid, and a bunch of different ones. But so where is he making all this money from? The $1 million question. That's right, people, selling courses. And this is where the web starts unraveling. All that bravado he showed in the last years. Yeah. Just one look into his YouTube search will show you thousands of exposés, and unlike his prison stories, his scamming, lying, and abusing of clients is not a lie. This brother is having customers pay up to $4,000. Actually, no, that's wrong. $40,000. What? You know how he's a scammer. This is how you know he's a scammer. He coaches to be a coach. Aha. And somehow he just appeals to the coaches who have experience in some fields without having any experience in those fields himself. And there is a whole lot of stories on Reddit himself. Some of them we will need an entirely new video to get into. That's for another day, because this is just too much. You know what? Let's start with something, just to understand the web that is actually Mr. Shot Caller's real history.
In 2024.
And that's right. There are some real prisoners who have actually been through the system, who have actually been reformed, that are on YouTube, who has their receipts to show that they've been through the hardest levels for prison. And there's especially one that has actually gone viral because Mr. Flacco has come out with this video that I'm about to show you, which really exposed all the stories that Mr. Wes Watson has been saying of how he was in the maximum security prison, the SHU as he calls it. And after all of this is the real truth.
I knew Wes Watson was a flake before I even never watched any of the prison genre channels, right? Never part of no gangs or organizations. They were just inmates that just sat there and did whatever they needed to do. And then when I started hearing the level 4 stuff, I got at somebody I know who knows how to get at somebody to get the records pulled. And so they pulled it. He never was no level 4. The officer that gave this to the person I know said that he never did no shoot time.
So he actually pulled from Arizona. It says 1 of 8. There's no other things. These are all his bed assignments. You can't contest this. He was at La Palma for about, 3 months. Norfolk, Oklahoma, for about 3 years. He stayed there till he paroled.
Exposed.
All this stuff I'm talking about, he's been in Salinas Valley and all these yards and level 4s, and he's been on nothing but out-of-state prisons. This dude did not even do 1 day in a regular general population prison.
Now, it's not just like the issue is not just that he is a liar. Actually, that is a big reason, but it's not just that he's a liar. The man that everyone actually looked up to, the kids looked up to, the men looked up to, he talks all about the mental toughness of a man. He takes the mental toughness. He did this. His prison sentence is the reason he is who he is. But is he though?
Like, in all reality, mentally tough people suffer without complaining, and mentally weak people complain without suffering. You see these pussy ass men out here, like they're like in some traffic, like bitching about it, like all passive aggressive. It's like, motherfucker, if you would have done that by the old me, I'd have shot you right through your fucking window.
Ooh, now that is Wes Watson's masculinity. This is what he stands for: mental toughness, stress. Now, do you really want to know what Wes Watson's real masculinity is? This is Wes Watson versus Dun Dun Dun, a leaf blower.
In 2024, they still haven't made leaf blowers that don't make it crazy. How the fuck is that possible? Fuck! Shut! Watch. Here you go. Here you go. Hey! 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 Get out of the backyard. I'm trying to do something. This shit's too fucking loud. Fuck! Well, there the fuck you go. 2 minutes of the video wasted.
The saga of Wes Watson will still keep continuing, people. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Oh, what all there are to be seen. You have no idea. Subscribe and follow, because this is just the start.